Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, the one and only Hosting Cruz, bringing you another exciting edition of boxing. Don't forget to hit and to like, subscribe to my channel. It's always greatly appreciated. Stay tuned. Miracle Boy Boxing, ladies and gentlemen. I am your host, Hosting Cruz, and I want to talk about one of the most brutal light heavyweight fights you'll ever see in the history of this sport called boxing, and that is David Benavidez, the Mexican monster, 31-0, 25 big wins by KO, versus Artur Beterbiev, 21-1, 20 thunderous Mack truck crash like KOs. And in boxing, man, this is where styles make fights. This is where styles make wars. How about that? And when you got two fighters like David Benavidez and Artur Beterbiev come together, they don't have any reverse gear, guys. Not these two fighters. These two fighters are all gas, no brakes, and just punches in bunches until someone drops. Nuts and guts. Two tough as nails, durable, light, heavyweight sluggers. David Benavidez and these two guys, all throughout their careers, has been that. David Benavidez just recently came up to light heavyweight not too long ago. For most of his career, he was at super middleweight, and he's had that same style. Nothing has changed from David Benavidez. He's been that fighter from the beginning. Balls to the walls kind of fighter, a lot of punches. You hit me, I hit you back harder. And Artur Beterbiev has been about that. Also the naturally bigger fighter, been a light heavyweight for most of his career, if anything, for all of his career. Former undisputed light heavyweight champion, former unified light heavyweight champion. Light heavyweight champion, he's been the boogeyman for years. No one wanted to fight him. Only one man went the distance with Artur Beterbiev in 21 professional fights. And we're talking about Dimitri Bivol, who is a great light heavyweight fighter. One of the best light heavyweights in recent memory, just like Artur Beterbiev, one of the best light heavyweights in recent memory. They have given us two great fights. We're looking forward to a third fight. But this ain't about that. This is about a light heavyweight truck crash. I was going to say car crash, but no, truck crash. Two Mack trucks colliding. Two big, aggressive, lot of punches and bunches, light heavyweights. Both these guys have something in common as well. Both guys have shared the ring with Anthony Yarde, and both guys have beat the shit out of him. Anthony Yarde is a hell of a fighter. But the way David Benavidez took care of him this past weekend, busted his face, busted it up, annihilated Anthony Yarde, beat him up quicker than what Artur Beterbiev did. Artur Beterbiev took him out in 8. David Benavidez took him out in 7. Artur Beterbiev may be 40 years old, but he doesn't fight like a 40-year-old man. He fights, I would say, like a 35-year-old. How about this 30-year-old? He is a freaking beast. Have you seen Artur Beterbiev workouts? It's insane, man. He spins a whole bench press bar in the air with one freaking arm to strengthen his wrist, and he turns that shit in the air. As it flips, he catches it, repeats, flips, catches it, repeats. The push-up that he does He pushes up, lands on his fingers, close his fingers, his hands, land on his fists, and repeat. I mean, the boxing drills, the boxing workouts that Arthur Beterbiev puts on, man, a guy for his size is crazy. And he's very underrated as a boxer. You know, we most know him as to be a slugger, take it to you, beat the shit out of you. But he's a very good underrated fighter, boxer. Arthur Beterbiev has very good timing, very good counterpunching skills. Ask Joe Smith, who he countered with an uppercut that Joe Smith didn't see and sent his ass to the ropes. So basically, what I'm just saying, guys, man, and because there was a post that came up this morning about Arthur Beterbiev, about David Benavidez saying that he's willing to fight anyone. Arthur Beterbiev, Dmitry Vol, and Arthur Beterbiev said in tweet, and I quote, "All you ask me about Benavidez' yard. I saw it. Nothing new for me. We too could have something better, isn't it?" All he's been hearing about is Benavidez' yard. He saw it. But me and David Benavidez could have something better than that. Right? Way better than that. That was a beatdown we saw that David Benavidez gave to Anthony Yarde. It wasn't that much of a competitive fight. Now, when you're talking about David Benavidez versus Arthur Beterbiev, that's a brutal fight. Two guys just throwing punches and bunches with bad intentions. The dog in David Benavidez and just the brute force and strength of Arthur Beterbiev and the dog in him as well. These two guys ain't afraid of blood. These two guys ain't afraid to get hit. They ain't afraid to, if they gotta get dropped, they don't mind that either. They're warriors. This is gonna be one of the greatest light heavyweight fights in recent memory. On paper, it is what it is, and when that bell rings, I'm sure, without a shadow of a doubt, it is gonna be what it's gonna be. It's gonna be a light heavyweight shootout. Man, this fight ain't gonna be for the faint of heart. This is gonna be Mortal Kombat kind of shit. And I'm all for it. This is what the sport of boxing needs. The sport of boxing needs this fight. Fans are clamoring for this fight. We don't want David Benavidez versus Sudo Ramirez. Nah. We understand David want to make history, want to become cruiserweight champion. He can still have that. But let's have this as boxing fans. Let's have this first. Light heavyweight showdown. David Benavidez versus Arthur Beterbiev. That is a crazy ass fight. And I love it. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. David Benavidez versus Arthur Beterbiev. Two light heavyweight tanks. Two light heavyweight sluggers. They're gonna go in there, throw a lot of punches, and don't have any reverse gears, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. This is Miracle Boy Boxing. I'm your host, and Cruz. Don't forget to like, subscribe to my channel. It is always a pleasure to talk to you guys about boxing. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Peace.